Gorgeous day. So nice outside. Get outside and enjoy it. The rinse and repeat just continues. Wake up in the mid 40s, and then it might get to 58, 59, 60, 61 degrees. I don't think we hit 60 today. It is New Orleans, Drew Brees, and I don't think we hit 60. Yesterday we peaked out at like 61. By the time I was like 30 minutes into the show, we were back into the 50s. High 50s right now in Metro New Orleans. Sunny, crisp, cool, nice. Get outside and enjoy it. If you don't smoke cigarettes, take them up right now. Wink, wink. You know, all these cigarette smokers, they get their little smoking break. That's like 10 minutes an hour, over 8 hours. I mean, they're taking an hour off of work smoking. Bum a smoke off somebody. Go outside. Just be upwind from them and then never light up, you know? But just, I was thinking of lighting up this cigarette. I handed it back to the smoker. But I took the exact amount of time they took smoking their cigarette, and I got outside and enjoyed things. No, the weather's nice. Miss Peaches, I was driving in today, speaking of cigarettes, and, the guy with the old flinging the cigarette butt out the window, the lit cigarette. I'm not so much worried about, causing a forest fire, which actually does happen. Just the litter thing. I don't get it. I mean, it sucks. I guess you got to get a water bottle with a little bit of water in the bottom, and you throw the butts in there and shake it up. I have no idea. After a bunch of cigarettes are in there, it's going to be one nasty water bottle. But cigarette smokers, there's just sort of this justification or acceptance that they can litter. I just don't get it. It's litter. It's not biodegradable. I think it's the number one litter item in America, cigarette butts. No, they will ruin any party, that's for sure. A cigarette butt in the old punch bowl.
Well, back in the day, you actually...
What's that?
Oh, am I...
Oh, there you are.
Oh, back in the day, they would have smoking areas where you could put it in some type of...
Sand.
Yeah. Or what do they call ashtrays or whatever. Or big dump. They were specific for it. But now, because we don't encourage smoking at all, we're not going to have...
There's no area at all.
Yeah. So I'm not saying to do that, but... Where are you putting it? I guess you could put it in the garbage, but you got to make sure it's not lit.
No, exactly. You can't put it lit in the garbage. There's no doubt. You got to stomp it out, wait a few minutes, pick it up, then put it. I mean, maybe there's a little bit of work involved in getting rid of the cigarette butt properly, but I think cigarette smokers can handle it.
They can handle it?
Yeah,
kind of like the dog walkers, you got to take care of it.
Exactly. No different from the dog walker. No doubt. No, the cigarette smokers, they just, I don't know. They're emboldened. We can litter. It's okay to litter. It's such a small thing. It's accepted. I'm guessing, but I would say about 90% of cigarette smokers throw their butt down and just leave it. Rarely. I got a friend that I play golf with. He smokes. That I'm not really friends with. I just know him. I've been paired with him before. I joke that he doesn't own a lighter because he lights the first cigarette off the gas stove and then just lights the next one off the butt of the last one as it's winding down. He always has a cigarette in his mouth. Probably smokes 20, 30 cigarettes. 20, 30. There's 20 in a pack. Probably 50 or 60 a day, 2 or 3 packs a day. Literally. A lot. No, exactly. How's this guy still alive? He's a chimney. Always smoking. See him on the golf course, swinging the club with a cigarette in his mouth. Exhaling like a chimney just all the time. Leaves his cigarette butts around the green all the time. All I see are his cigarette butts by the green. I just don't get it. I don't get folks that litter or throw trash out of their car. Or litter or throw trash. It could be something big like the 18-wheelers dumping tires out at Almanast or Michoud. I mean, I get it. You're trying to save the $3 or $4 a tire disposal charge. I get it. Probably taking it from the consumer and then not disposing of the tire. I get it. It's against the law. Littering's against the law. I get your car's clean. You don't want it in your car. I'll tell you what, Miss Peaches, about every 6 months I bring this topic up. There's no demographic. It's black, it's white, it's Republican, it's Democrat, it's poor, it's rich. I don't think it favors any demo. or any socioeconomic level or education level. Honestly, I think litterers just, there's a huge number in Louisiana and Metro New Orleans, I think larger than most states and municipalities. And I mean, it's disgusting. You'll see somebody like in a new BMW or Mercedes or Cadillac or Lincoln or something nice, Range Rover, and they're cracking the door at the drive-thru and dumping their trash out in the parking lot, or they're at a red light, they roll down the window and throw trash. I just don't get it. I mean, beyond not raised right. Something wrong with you people. No more littering, no more trash. You cigarette smokers, find a place for the butt. All right. I'd say I'm off my soapbox, but we're just getting started, Miss Peaches. More soapbox. We go till 6 p.m. on the radio each and every weekday afternoon. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM. We're on the low end of the radio dial, 93.9 FM. And we're on the top of the radio dial, 107.9 FM. 107.9 FM. You can check us out on YouTube, The Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson, just like radio, 4 to 6 o'clock, 2 hours weekdays. Now, the talk radio program also simulcast on television, Cox Channel 4 TV statewide, Spectrum Channel 333 statewide. On television, the first 90 minutes of the 2-hour talk radio program. We go 4 to 5:30 every weekday afternoon on TV. Lots of ways to check out the program. In case that all went over your head, hey, where do you listen on radio? Where do you watch on TV? What's the YouTube channel? Just go to my website, CoreyTalks.com. Corey spelled K-A-A-R-E, CoreyTalks.com. Holiday season is upon us. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all that good stuff. It's holiday season. Believers or non-believers, it's holiday season. Guys, she has an expectation. Get her what she wants, something she's going to love. A day of relaxation at one of the 5 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. WoodhouseSpas.com to book your appointment for her, to print a gift card for her, any denomination. I've got some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates available. A little trivia coming your way, some trivia questions. If you have the answer, 50 big bucks to the Woodhouse can be yours just in time for the holiday season. Miss Peach is fielding your phone calls via the Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. Governor Jeff Landry, his more proactive style of handling the homeless encampments in New Orleans, primarily in the CBD area, has been halted by District Judge Ethel Julian. The state must follow city codes when clearing or relocating homeless in New Orleans. Is this good or bad? It's definitely not a cut and dried issue. A lot of gray area. The city says they were handling it in a more humane way. The state says the city was too slow, couldn't meet agreed upon deadlines, timelines. 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. Hey, when we come back, CBS News story, tipping reaches a tipping point. Tipping reaches a tipping point. We live in a restaurant city. Bars, restaurants, music clubs. Tipping is part of New Orleans. I've talked about tipping a lot. We'll discuss this. CBS News, tipping reaching a tipping point. Speaking of tipping, I tip a couple of bucks every time I go get a smoothie at Smoothie King on Jefferson Highway across from Oshner. No, every time about $2 in there, sometimes $3, depending on the crew, what kind of money I have in the vehicle. Jay and his dad own the Smoothie King on Jefferson Highway across from Ochsner. They also own a second location, the Old Metairie Smoothie King, Airline at LeBar, Airline by Causeway in that shopping center by the Rouses. Not all Smoothie Kings are the same, far from it. Experience the best. All different franchise owners. Jay and his dad, Smoothie King, Jefferson Highway across from Ochsner. Jay and his dad, the Old Metairie Smoothie King, Airline at LeBar by Causeway by the Rouses. Smoothie King, Corey Johnson with you.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations, New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa, woodhousespas.com.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port NOLA has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Did you know Rouse's sells only Angus beef? Angus beef's natural marbling means more succulence and flavor. Whether you choose Rouse's USDA Prime, Choice, or Select, it'll be only Angus beef when you get it at Rouse's. Tastes like home.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
The French bread of the city of New Orleans. Good to the last crumb. Leidenheimer French bread.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Come experience the best smoothies in the metro area at Smoothie King. Jay and his father have been Smoothie King franchisees for decades on Jefferson Highway across from Ochsner, on Airline Highway at LeBar by Causeway. Smoothie King.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore led us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
Changing talk radio in New Orleans for the better. It's Corey Johnson on the Neutral Ground. Every weekday afternoon on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333 from 4 p.m. to 5:30.
That dude's got it right. Changing talk radio for the better. Spread the word. Click to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson. Yeah, we do it every weekday afternoon. Hey, it is the holiday season. I've got not one, not two, three $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away. That means 3 different trivia questions. The way you participate in the program, you dial us up via the Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. 766-9480. I guess we've had some winners email us, Miss Peaches, and then I'm like, you're right, send me your address, and then I send them the gift card. But a lot of the time I won't mention the winner on the air, or at least their answer, so we can get a caller to get a chance at winning also. Anyway, the Rouse's Markets phone lines. Yeah, double dipping there, Miss Peaches. The Rouse's Markets phone lines are open, 766-9480. Hey, on these questions, some simple rules. No intranet device, no Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, no search engines, no Yahoo. You either know the answer or you don't. The New Orleans restaurant known for barbecue shrimp. The New Orleans restaurant known for barbecue shrimp, 766-9480. The New Orleans restaurant known for char-grilled oysters. Oh, boy, Miss Peaches just rolled her eyes at me and shook her head. It's like my mom when I tip more than 20%. That's stupid. Miss Peaches just gave me that look. That's stupid. We're throwing it out there anyway, Miss Peaches. We call it a softball pitch. It's T-ball. Everyone gets a hit. Even little Timmy.
Everyone gets a prize.
Yep, everyone gets a prize. Everyone gets a medal. Everyone gets a trophy. Last means first. Restaurant known for char-grilled oysters. Sorry, Miss Peaches. Restaurant known for roasted chicken in olive oil, garlic, and rosemary. Restaurant known for sizzling steaks, steak sizzling in butter. Butter. That's B-U-T-T-A-H. Butter. Restaurant known for steak sizzling in butter. It's hard to beat butter. Butter's tasty.
Yes.
Butter's good on food. Butter helps food taste better. Butter. Yummy. Butter is tough to beat. Governor Jeff Landry, more proactive style of handling the homeless encampments in New Orleans. A judge slowing that down. State has to follow city codes. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. That's how you dial us up. 766-9480. CBS News, tipping reaching a tipping point. 72% of the population thinks tipping is expected in more places now than it was 5 years ago. I would say that's right. About 4 out of 5, 72%, or 3 out of 4, basically. 3 out of 4 think that tipping is expected in more places now than 5 years ago. 2 out of 3, 66%, have a negative view of tipping. 1 in 3 feel it's out of control. Tipping is out of control. Tipping seems pretty easy to me. I don't know. Someone takes care of you if they're doing something. You take care of them. I tip on to-go orders. I remember Drew Brees, it was like his final season in New Orleans. He picked up some food somewhere. It was like 76 something. It was like $77. And on a credit card, tipped 80. So he tipped $3 on a to-go order that was $77. So $3 on $77 is like 5%. I would have probably left $77. I just any place USA, I would have left 85 on the 77 on a to-go order, like just picking up something from the counter. Run my card, $77. I would have left 7 whatever and rounded it up to around 85 roughly, or not even rounded up, just 7. It would have been 85.38, whatever. I wouldn't have just given $3 on 77 on a to-go order. Now, if I'm friendly with them, like Lebanon's Cafe, I tip probably a third on a to-go order with them. First off, like when it's like a single to-go order, it's inexpensive. Like you kind of, I think, you know how lawyers, Miss Peaches, after a certain dollar amount, their fee goes down? Like we get 40% on the first million. On the second million, it's 30%. On the third, tipping for me goes the opposite way when it's such a low cost item. Like if it's $12.50, I don't do a 20% tip on that. I might do like 40%. If it's $12, I'm not doing $2.50 tip. I'll probably leave like $18 on 12. That's like 50% tip, something like that. Because it's such a small amount and they're doing everything that they do on a large amount. I got a friend who's like thinks the opposite on that. Dude, so I'm tipping on the bottle of wine. If it's a $30 bottle of wine or a $200 bottle of wine, all they're doing is popping the cork. You're telling me I'm tipping on the dollar amount of the wine? I'm like, yes, exactly. That's right. And taxes. I got a buddy that doesn't believe in tipping on taxes or alcohol. I'm like, hey, why don't you not tip on appetizers? We don't tip on appetizers. I'm like, no alcohol. What are you talking about? And I don't get the taxes thing either. I just go to the bottom of the receipt, Miss Peaches, and I double that up. Like double is the minimum. So I'm 20% minimum. And then it just goes up from how much I like them, how much I like the meal, and what if I know them, what they did for me, that kind of stuff.
What's crazy is that people in other countries make fun of our whole tipping system completely. And when you go to other countries and tip, they look at you like you're crazy. And they say, here, you left your money.
It's almost insulting in a way.
Because I think the thought is they actually pay their service members a decent wage. So you don't need the tips.
Yep. No, that's exactly right. They're not making $2.02 an hour.
So why are we having to sit there and having to have these moral discussions or mathematical equations on what we should and should not give a person when we could just not and have them get paid what they're supposed to and everyone's happy?
And then I guess...
and if you want to give them extra...
Yeah, I guess you could always slide them a 20 or 50 or whatever.
Heart, but it's not a required mental thing.
Yeah. No, that's interesting.
That's my 2 cents.
No, that's interesting. You're right. In some countries, it's insulting. It's included in the meal. Why isn't it included in the meal here? If it were, it would set the tip at a set amount. We can go on and on and on about it. 766-9480. What do you think about it? CBS News, tipping reaching a tipping point. 766-9480. I found this interesting, kind of telling. I thought maybe it's nothing. Is he sending a message? I think he is. Tulane head football coach John Sumrall on his Twitter account posted renderings of his old school, Troy, and their new indoor practice facility that will be, they're going to be breaking ground on that next month, January of 2025. Tens of millions of dollars, pretty state-of-the-art looking, full football field indoors, a football practice facility for the Troy, Alabama football team. Now, when John Sumrall took the gig, there were 2 things that basically, it's not like, hey, we're promising you this. We're building this for the school, for the football program, for the university, and you'll get to benefit from that. We're building an indoor bubble. It's only 80 yards long. It's right in front of the Riley Center on this little field that the students use right now. And it's somewhere between $5 and $7 million. And originally it'll be ready for August, for September. And then some construction delays and the like. It'll be ready in December, should be opening any day now. They have not even broken ground. They don't know if they're going to do it there, do it somewhere else, a bigger bubble, a smaller bubble, whatever. I have no clue. No idea. And then much bigger than the bubble, much bigger, 20 times, 30 times the cost of the bubble, literally 20, 30 times the cost of the bubble, a $150 million football operations center, which is also going to, piggyback some Title IX programs, get a Tulane up to snuff with the NCAA as far as having Title IX covered, which they don't have enough women's programs at Tulane, aren't really legal right now. No, I think John Summerall posting his old school Troy and their indoor football facility on Twitter when he's the Tulane head football coach, I think is very telling. If I'm the Green Wave, I wake up. The indoor facility is quick and easy. Get moving already. The football operations center, more expensive, but get going already. Or stop playing Division I football. Either play the game right or stop playing it at all. I just don't get it. Audubon Gutters, that's the gutter company you get if you need gutters for your home or office. The Gulf South's largest, most experienced installation company. All they do is gutters. Since 1991, for your home or business, audubongutters.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamar Automotive complex, there's something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations, New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa, woodhousespas.com.
For Leidenheimer Baking Company, producing the perfect French bread is more than a vocation. It's a sacred mission. And for 5 generations, they've used the same time-honored process, baking their signature loaf with its crisp crust and delicate center, unique and still good to the last crumb. From the finest French Quarter restaurants to your local po' boy shop, for over 125 years, New Orleans' own Leidenheimer.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
When USA Today ranked the 10 best must-visit New Orleans restaurants for travelers, Mid-City's own Katie's made the list. USA Today says Scott Craig is chef owner at Katie's, a much-loved Italian eatery that draws armies of regulars for lunch, brunch, and dinner. A neighborhood where locals congregate and New Orleans-style hospitality rules. Indeed it does. Katie's.
Game-changing innovation to the Landry family of companies with Interlocks technology, transforming movement in manufacturing. Interlocks is a dynamic global company now production, warehouse, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team,
Best smoothies in the metro area at Smoothie King. Other smoothie franchises for decades on Jefferson Highway, across from on Aaron Highway at LeVar by Causeway. Smoothie King. Want to stay somewhere special when visiting New Orleans? Look no further than the Grand Victorian. Located in the Garden District on the St. Charles Avenue streetcar line, the Grand Victorian is ideally placed for visiting the city's local attractions, fabulous restaurants, shops, and more. Make your stay in New Orleans something to remember. To find out more about the Grand Victorian or to book, go to gvbb.com. The Grand Victorian.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
EVA MOR, Evermore Water, special water. Maybe the best water on earth, literally. Clearly better water, New Orleans' very own, naturally occurring high pH, naturally filtered and pure. Thousands of years in the making. It's rare, protected by tons of impenetrable rock. The bottling facility literally sits right on top of the aquifer. The first time this Evermore water touches the air, when you bust open the cap, EVA-MOR, Evermore.com for home or office delivery, Evermore.com. It's at Rouse's and other grocery stores. 20-ounce size like this, the big 32 like this one on the studio set, and they even have a half gallon, a big bad boy. EVA-MOR, Evermore.com. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday afternoon. I've got 3 $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away. 3 different trivia questions. The restaurant known for barbecue shrimp. They're known for it, the creators of barbecue shrimp. Give me the name of that restaurant. I've got 50 big bucks for you, good at one of the 5 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. The restaurant known for char-grilled oysters, 766-9480. Give me the answer. I've got 50 big bucks for you, good at one of the 5 Woodhouse Day Spa locations. The restaurant known for roasted chicken in olive oil, garlic, rosemary. I've got 50 big bucks for you, good at one of the 5 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations if you got the answer. 766-9480. 766-9480. The restaurant known for serving steak sizzling in butter. 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. GQ over on the North Shore in Covington getting an answer for us. He's correct, but we're not going to tell you which one he got right. Well, he actually got the barbecue shrimp question right. Which restaurant's known for barbecue shrimp? Which restaurant's known for char-grilled oysters? Which restaurant's known for roasted chicken and olive oil, garlic, and rosemary? Which restaurant is known for serving steak sizzling in butter? 766-9480. 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines. Yeah, I think when John Summerall at Tulane is posting his old school Troy and their new indoor practice facility drawings, renderings of it, when they're going to break ground on it next month, he's yelling to Tulane folks, wake up and build me an indoor football practice facility already. I don't know what Tulane's waiting for. I really don't. If you're trying to win, you build the facility. For John Summerall, for the guy you're going to have to hire when John Summerall leaves and goes somewhere else, to retain John Summerall for now. I mean, there's no way out of it, Tulane. There's no way around it. There's no way you don't have to build it. Quit thinking about, like, what can we get away with instead of what do we have to do to be first class and win at Division I football year in, year out and keep this train rolling down the tracks. No, Tulane and LSU have the opposite problems. Tulane's all about academics, don't understand Division I sports at all. And LSU, all they understand is Division I sports and athletics and don't understand academics. Maybe those two schools should have a summit. Bang it out. Maybe they can figure out how to do what they don't do well. 766-9480. In New Orleans, Joey joins us via the Rouse's Markets phone lines. What up, Joey?
Hey, Corey. How you doing, man?
Doing well. Yourself?
Doing well. Sitting in traffic. Lots and lots of traffic.
There you go. How was Thanksgiving, Joey?
Thanksgiving was good.
Good, man.
A lot of food and family.
Nice. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
What do you think about tipping, Joey? Is it getting out of hand?
I don't have a problem tipping. I used to be a waiter many, many years ago, so I kind of understand. But as long as they make it known that they're adding it to the bill already, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I guess so. I'd rather just tip. I'm going to tip more than they probably are going to add to the bill, no matter what size
and I always
of the party.
add more. I always add. When you've worked in the industry, you get it.
Yep. Or if you just understand people that work in the industry, or you understand just a little bit about money, for me, it's easy. It's like, it's kind of like I was just talking about Tulane. What can they get away with instead of what do they have to do? A lot of folks think that way with tipping. Like, it's almost 20%. It's almost this. That's enough. It's like the $3, $4, $5 extra you're giving means so much more to those folks than you, most likely. You know?
Yes.
That's how I look at it. You know, and if money's tight, then I don't go out where I've got a tip. You know?
Right.
I want to take care of the people that take care of me. Anyway, what else is happening, Joey?
Nothing. I think I know the barbecue shrimp answer.
Well, you do? What restaurant's known for the barbecue shrimp dish?
Is it Pascal Manali on Uptown?
Yeah, on Napoleon. You are correct.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny?
A weird name, Pascal's Manali.
Yeah.
Pascal's, like apostrophe S on Pascal or Pascal.
And I'm ashamed to say I've never been there, but I will be there before the year is out.
It was owned by the DeFelice family. They had sold it to Ray Brandt's estate for a few years, and now Dickie Brennan's restaurant group owns it. Yep.
Okay.
Go check it out, man.
Still have the shrimp?
The barbecue shrimp. That's like one of the big dishes that they're known for. But I'll tell you something that is incredible over there. I mean, most restaurants don't have one dish they're known for. Manali's really has two. The barbecue shrimp, most known, but the pan roast, the combination pan roast of shrimp, crab meat, and oysters in this goop is absolutely amazing. Get the combination pan roast. Anyway.
That sounds good.
Good job, Joey. Yeah, get over there, man.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And tell Robert the oyster shucker hello. He's just a genuine, sweet New Orleans guy. Joey in New Orleans, hang on. Don't go anywhere. Miss Peaches is going to get some info from you, and we're going to tighten you up with a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Yeah, the restaurant known for barbecue shrimp, Pascal's Manali on Napoleon. Yeah, the DeFelice family for decades, and then Ray Brandt's estate for a couple of years, and now under Dickie Brennan's control. Pascal's Manali on Napoleon Avenue. What, about 2-3 blocks off St. Charles? Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. The restaurant known for char-grilled oysters. The restaurant known for roasted chicken in olive oil, garlic, and rosemary. The restaurant known for serving steaks sizzling in butter. 766-9480. Now, the restaurant known for roasted chicken and olive oil, garlic, and rosemary, it's not Irene's in the Quarter necessarily, but that they got the best version of it, and it's not even close. The best roasted chicken in olive oil, garlic, and rosemary. They've got new potatoes. It's fantastic. Irene's in the Quarter on Bienville. Irene's has the best version of that dish anywhere and the best crab meat au gratin anywhere in the world. The single greatest rendition of crab meat au gratin anywhere is at Irene's in the Quarter. You will not be disappointed. Big old chunks of Louisiana jumbo lump and 4 different kind of cheeses. I think Chef Nick told me 4 different cheeses. Just fantastic. Comes with these little toasty things, piping hot, add a little lemon. Just really tough to beat. Hey, the Rouse's Markets phone lines are open, 766-9480. 766-9480. Tough to beat Katie's in Mid-City. Iberville, corner Tallahassee, like a few blocks behind Angelo Bricato's ice cream joint on Carrollton. A Mid-City mainstay, the quintessential New Orleans neighborhood restaurant. All your New Orleans favorites, and you never know what Scott Craig's going to bring to the table, literally. Could be flounder or pompano or soft shell crabs. As New Orleans as it gets, why aren't you at Katie's right now? Iberville, corner Tallahassee. Katie's. Tuesday afternoon edition, post-Thanksgiving. No, I've got access to a scale all the time, every day. And I probably put on about 4 pounds in the last week just because of Thanksgiving, like 4 pounds. I still feel that I have that bloated feeling. I'm going to take a Pamprin later. A Pamprin. Corey Johnson with you. 766-9480 is how you participate in the program. 766-9480. A lot to discuss. CBS News, tipping reaching a tipping point. We'll talk about that. Governor Jeff Landry and the homeless and more. It's the neutral ground. Don't move.
From the owners of Katie's in Mid-City and Bienvenue in Harahan, an old school deli with over a dozen specialty sandwiches. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria. Come experience the best smoothies in the metro area at Smoothie King. Jay and his father have been Smoothie King franchisees for decades. On Jefferson Highway, across from Oxnard, on Airline Highway at LeBar by Causeway. Smoothie King.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you. The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full of part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at Rouse's.com.
What actually lasts a lifetime? Not much, but at Helm Paint, we have something guaranteed to last a lifetime. Benjamin Moore's Regal Select. This paint and primer in one offers cutting-edge waterborne technology, smooth application, and long durability. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore, your New Orleans paint store.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port NOLA has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com. Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever, I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. Get Audubon Gutters.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com. Your cool spot.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Helm Paint and Decorating. Perfect weather to knock out that indoor or outdoor paint project. Helm Paint and Decorating. 7 locations in New Orleans. 4 locations in Metro Baton Rouge. Yeah, when you got to paint in the Crescent City or Tiger Town, you go to Helm. Do it once, do it right. They'll steer you in the right direction. Lifetime paint. Paint your home once, never, ever have to paint it again. Helm Paint and Decorating in New Orleans, in Baton Rouge. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday afternoon. Governor Jeff Landry making a proactive stance with the homeless in New Orleans. That proactive style of handling the homeless encampments in New Orleans, primarily in the CBD, has been halted by District Judge Ethel Julian. She rules that the state must follow the City of New Orleans codes when clearing or relocating homeless. Is this good or bad? New Orleans says they were handling it and in a more humane way. The state says the city's too slow, couldn't meet agreed upon deadlines to get homeless removed, and the state had to step in. You know, it's very important. It's funny when I hear folks make jokes like, wow, they cleared the homeless because of Taylor Swift. Yeah, exactly, yes. What part of the economic impact for the city did you miss? Like 5, 6, 700 million bucks? 3 nights, 3 sold out shows, folks coming from all around the world to New Orleans. It was a huge success. So yeah, Taylor Swift comes, you want to clear out the homeless encampments. Bayou Classic, Sugar Bowl, Super Bowl, Mardi Gras, Jazz Fest, French Quarter Fest. Yes. Big events, that automotive convention in early January, you want to clear out the homeless encampments. Yes. I mean, ideally, you want to do stuff right all the time. You don't want to have litter. You want to build things. You want to maintain them. You don't want homeless around all the time. It shouldn't be a Pope or a Super Bowl coming to town for us to clean up the city to get our you-know-what together. I get all that. I get all that. I'm in full agreement with that. But folks that act like, oh, it's so wrong to, do these homeless sweeps just because Taylor Swift's coming to town. Yeah, Taylor Swift and hundreds of thousands of tourists spending hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, get proactive. No, thank God for the Super Bowl. Thank God for the February 9th Super Bowl because it motivated the city. It put a fire under the city's rear end. Instead of the mañana, we'll get to it tomorrow. We've got time for this. I mean, we'll never cut the neutral grounds. We'll never pick up trash and garbage. We'll never get rid of the graffiti. We'll never fix blight and infrastructure that's been sitting screwed up for decades. No, it's nice that February 9th, X amount of days left. Governor Landry putting Michael Hecht from Greater New Orleans, Inc. in charge of, getting a punch list of 400 or 500 items that need to be taken care of before the Super Bowl. No, thank God for that. That was genius, and especially in a city like New Orleans that waits till the last minute, doesn't get it done. Might embarrass ourselves, have a power outage at the Super Bowl or something like that. So no, thank God someone coming up with that idea and lighting a blue flame under New Orleans' rear end. Every day we broadcast live from the Buddy Diliberto Total Maintenance Studios. Total Maintenance, air conditioning and heating experts that are honest and come right away. Diagnose it the first time, come right away because your AC or heat's not working right, and they only do the service repair or replacement that is absolutely necessary. Honest air conditioning and heating experts that come immediately. In New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, you need air conditioning or heat help? Think Total Maintenance. TM-AC.com. Find them online. TM-AC.com. That's Total Maintenance. In New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, AC or heat help, tm-ac.com, Total Maintenance. CBS News has a story, tipping reaching a tipping point. 7 out of 10 Americans think tipping is expected in more places now than just 5 years ago. 2 out of 3 have a negative view of tipping. 1 out of 3 feels tipping is out of control. I live in New Orleans, grew up here, restaurant city. A lot of folks that worked in the bar or restaurant industry, friends that still work in the bar and restaurant industry. Tipping is a vital part of that. I've always tipped a minimum of 20%. I tip that amount on to-go orders, like when I go pick up a to-go order. I pick up something that's like $20. I'm going to tip $4 or $5 on a to-go order. Someone's got to put it together. Someone's got to bag it. Someone's got to take the time out. They shouldn't just get a thank you. You work at the restaurant. They work at the restaurant. They're making $2.02 an hour, whatever it is, $2.52 an hour. They rely on tips. Plus, I want them remembering me. So when I fire in that order again, it's going to be done right. It's going to be done quickly. That's the guy that's going to tighten me up $4 or $5 on $20 order. No, I take care of the people that take care of me. Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. 766-9480. Leidenheimer Baking Company. So good, that Leidenheimer French bread. Fine dining restaurant, the first thing you get into is some Leidenheimer French bread. Best po' boys in New Orleans. If it's an authentic, real New Orleans po' boy, it's on Leidenheimer French bread. Into the last crumb. Leidenheimer French bread, New Orleans owned Leidenheimer Baking Company. The good stuff, huh? What's that, Blue Boy? You love Leidenheimer French bread? I know you do, buddy, with butter or olive oil on it. I know you like that Leidenheimer French bread. Piping hot, too. I get it. 5 o'clock power hour is next. Don't move.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 5 p.m.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0009. Dave Miette, INSAgency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0009. Dave Miette, INSAgency.com.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com. For cool.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids. New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
Hi, this is Joey Helm. My dad, Bunky Helm, had a vision of a locally family-owned store serving the residential and commercial paint needs of New Orleans. I think Dad would be proud of today's Helm Paint and Decorating, and here's why. We have the best technical staff in the business, providing the best color matching service in Southeast Louisiana. Perfect matching for any color and any brand. And we'll save your color so you don't have to save those old cans. Helm Paint offers free 2-hour delivery. Our in-store decorators will assist you on deciding what color and type of paint to best showcase your home. But most importantly, as your local independent Benjamin Moore dealer, our products provide the greatest value in the paint industry. Superior coverage, and Benjamin Moore paint simply covers better and lasts longer. New Orleans is a city of vibrant color, and no one else provides the paints of New Orleans like Helm Paint and Decorating. Visit any of our 6 locations or online at helmpaint.com.
Helm Paint, let us steer you right. Helm Paint and Supply.
Come experience the best smoothies in the metro area at Smoothie King. Jay and his father have been Smoothie King franchisees for decades on Jefferson Highway across from Oxnard, on Airline Highway at LeBar by Causeway. Smoothie King. Hey, New Orleans, if you've ever wanted to experience life on St. Charles Avenue, now is your chance. The Grand Victorian, the ultimate bed and breakfast in the Garden District on the streetcar line. Built in 1893, this magnificent house will make your special weekend getaway special. To find out more, go to gvbb.com. That's gvbb.com. The Grand Victorian, where the locals go to get away.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Ooh la Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Ooh la Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
5 generations, family owned and operated. Leidenheimer French bread. Oh, yeah, the 5 o'clock powwow on a gorgeous weather afternoon. Only problem is standard daylight time, whatever, getting dark as we speak. But boy, nice and comfortable. We didn't hit 60 today. 40s and 50s. Yeah, you're right, Drew Brees. Where? What city? You're right. This is indeed New Orleans with that fantastic weather. Tomorrow is going to be more of the same. We might get a little cloud cover. Might not be as blue skies. But really nice. Really nice. Get outside and enjoy it. Like I said yesterday, throw down some coals. Get outside and enjoy this cool, crisp weather. But yeah, it's going to continue. We're going to wake up into the 40s through the weekend. Every day, 40s. And the high temperature, just 50s and 60s. All the way through Sunday. Maybe some rain later in the week, maybe not. Anyway, nice weather. The wintry mix continues. Hey, the 5 o'clock powwow on this Tuesday brought to you by the Grand Victorian on St. Charles Avenue, the ultimate bed and breakfast on the streetcar line in the Garden District. What a way to experience New Orleans. If you have friends or family coming in for the holidays and they're staying at your house, and it's just kind of a major inconvenience, you know, more people at your house, people getting shifted around. You'd really like to put them up at a hotel somewhere, but what hotel? How about putting them up in style at the Grand Victorian on St. Charles Avenue in the Garden District? Walk right out the front door, get on the streetcar, go to Uptown, go to downtown, CBD, French Quarter, Warehouse District, or walk up and down St. Charles Avenue, blocks from Britannia, Magazine, the Garden District. Lots of history there, historic mansions, restaurants, shops. If you're listening or watching from outside New Orleans, the Grand Victorian is a great way to visit the city. About a dozen rooms available at this incredibly meticulously renovated mansion that was built in 1893, over 130 years old. Old school with the beds and the antiques and all that, but then new school with modern bathrooms, flat screen TVs, air conditioning and heat like a champ. The Grand Victorian, and it's not just for you out-of-towners. The ultimate staycation for locals to enjoy the city on St. Charles Avenue in the Garden District. This holiday season, book a room at the Grand Victorian. Rooms still available for the Super Bowl, for Valentine's Day weekend, for Jazz Fest, for French Quarter Fest. Mardi Gras is fully sold out. All these other events will sell out as well. To book a room at the Grand Victorian Bed and Breakfast, go to their website, gvbb.com. 4 letters, GVBB, like Grand Victorian Bed Breakfast, gvbb.com. Book a room at the Grand Victorian, gvbb.com. No, friends and family, it'll be memorable. A grand event at the Grand Victorian. Hey, I've got some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away. Some trivia questions. You got answers to our trivia? I got 50 big bucks for you. Good at one of the 5 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. Question number 1. Answered. The restaurant known for barbecue shrimp, Pascal's Manali. Thank you, Joey in New Orleans. How about the restaurant known for char-grilled oysters? How about the restaurant known for roasted chicken in olive oil, garlic, and rosemary? How about the restaurant known for serving steak sizzling in butter? Give me the answer to any of those three remaining questions. 50 big bucks can be yours. Good at one of the 5 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. Back on Sunday, just 2 days ago, 4:30 appointment. 48 hours ago, I was in the middle of a 50-minute deep tissue massage at the Woodhouse on Canal Street at Carrollton. Fantastic. Talk about hitting the reset button. Felt great. There's a Woodhouse in Mid-City where I went, Canal at Carrollton. They're in Metairie near North Kenner. Transcontinental at West Esplanade. 2 North Shore locations, Mandeville, East Causeway Approach, across from Mandeville City Hall. Slidell, I-10 at Gauze exit. And in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana. You can find out more online. WoodhouseSpas.com is the website. Book an appointment for you or her or him. Print a gift card, any denomination, WoodhouseSpas.com. Restaurant known for char-grilled oysters. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. Rouse's, Markets, phone lines, 766-9480. Restaurant known for roasted chicken in olive oil, garlic, rosemary, 766-9480. Restaurant known for serving their steak sizzling in butter, 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. You know the answer to any of these questions. I got 50 big bucks, a gift card, good at the Woodhouse for you. Just in time for the holidays. It's what she wants, guys, a day of relaxation at the Woodhouse. Governor Jeff Landry's more proactive style of handling the homeless encampments in New Orleans, primarily the CBD area. They've been halted by District Judge Ethel Julian. The state now must follow the city codes when clearing or relocating homeless. Is this good or bad? Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. The city says they were handling the homeless and doing it in a more humane way. The state says the city was too slow, couldn't meet agreed upon deadlines, and the state had to take control of it themselves. What do you think? 766-9480. What do you think of the judge's ruling, good or bad? 766-9480. CBS News says they have a story. Tipping reaching a tipping point. 72% of Americans think that tipping is expected in more places now than just 5 years ago. Two-thirds have a negative view of tipping. 1/3 feel it's out of control. I don't know, just growing up in New Orleans, and I was lucky. Middle-class family, mom and dad, never divorced, take the kids to the restaurant and explain tipping like a few times. So I always knew how to tip. I'm like a 20% minimum tipper, even on to-go orders, even on to-go. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. Let's head to the capital city, Baton Rouge. Gail joins us. What's going on in Tiger Town, Gail?
Everything's rocking.
There you go. What's on your mind?
Oh, listen, what a pleasure to speak with you and your staff.
Isn't Miss Peaches nice?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
I think I might have an answer, Corey. The roasted chicken and garlic.
The restaurant known for the roasted chicken and olive oil, garlic, rosemary. Yeah, what restaurant you think, Gail?
I think it would be Irene's.
I'm going to give you a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate because I know it as the best version of that dish, although I think there's another restaurant that is known for that dish. But I like your answer because Irene's has the best version of it anywhere in the history of that dish, along with crab meat au gratin, I should say. So, Gail in Baton Rouge, I'm going to give you a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. I like your answer.
Gee, thank you, Corey. I really appreciate that.
My pleasure. They got a Woodhouse right by the Mall of Louisiana.
On Blue Bonnet, off of Blue Bonnet.
Yep, right off Blue Bonnet and I-10. Yep.
Hey, we're rocking.
You're rocking and rolling. Hang on, all right, Gail?
Gotcha.
That's Gail in Baton Rouge, scooping up 50 big bucks to the Woodhouse. Not really the answer I'm looking for, but I like her answer best. I think Irene's has the best version of that chicken dish anywhere, better than the place that's sort of known for it. I'll give you a hint, on the West Bank. No, Irene's version of that chicken in olive oil, rosemary, garlic with the new potatoes, outstanding. Irene's is so damn good. You won't be disappointed. Irene's in the French Quarter on Bienville. Yummy. Coming right back on this Tuesday afternoon.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore led us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port NOLA has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day. By river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet, Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
Have you been to the new Tracy's on Magazine? There's no better sports bar restaurant in the entire city. Tracy's is inside of a 100-year-old building with literally dozens and dozens of flat-screen TVs, including a 120-inch monster. Tracy's has everything you're looking for in a sports bar, including arguably the best roast beef po' boy in town. When it's time to check out your favorite teams, make it Tracy's on Magazine at Pleasant, in between Washington and Louisiana. Legendary Tracy's in the Garden District.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamar Automotive complex, there's something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
As New Orleans as coffee in the morning and as New Orleans as coffee in the morning and raw oysters for lunch. It's Corey Johnson on the neutral ground.
Boy, the Pels are struggling, losing again. What are they, 4-15 overall? Something ridiculous like that. 4-15, 4-16. Lots of injuries. No Zion, out indefinitely. No Brandon Ingram. But it's the home team, so you're going to still check out the Pels. Tulane has a conference championship game, I believe, Friday at Army. LSU waiting for their bowl game, as is Tulane. They might play each other. Who knows? That would be amazing. Saints trying to rebound after a tough loss to the Rams. Monday Night Football, college football, bowl games, playoffs, whatever it might be. Tracy's is the ultimate place to check out your favorite sports teams. If you can't be in the stadium, the next best place. Can't be in the stadium or the arena. Tracy's on Magazine at Pleasant. Like-minded sports fans like you cheering on your favorite team, Tulane, LSU, Pelicans, Saints, whatever, whoever. Too many flat screen TVs to count. A full kitchen. Legendary Tracy's, bigger and better than ever. Magazine at Pleasant between Washington and Louisiana. Tracy's to check out all your local sports action. Hey, I've got a few $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away just in time. We're in December. It's holiday season. The restaurant known for char-grilled oysters. Give me the answer to that. I've got 50 big bucks for you at the Woodhouse. 766-9480. The restaurant known for roasted chicken and olive oil, garlic, and rosemary on the West Bank. I like Gail in Baton Rouge's answer. Irene's in the Quarter. Irene's is known for a lot of things. Not really one dish specifically like this other place that only has like about a half dozen dishes on the entire menu. They're known for the roasted chicken and olive oil, garlic, and rosemary, but Irene's is so much better it's not even close. With new potatoes. No, and I mentioned that dish at Irene's, the best example of that dish anywhere. And crab meat au gratin appetizer at Irene's, the best crab meat au gratin appetizer anywhere. No one does it better than Irene's, those two dishes. And so many other great dishes. Irene's is one of the city's finest restaurants. If you've never been, you're missing out. So damn good. I haven't been to Irene's in about 6 months. Maybe a little longer. I knocked out Mr. B's over Thanksgiving. I'll be at Irene's within the next week. And then I've got a few more on the list I haven't been to in a while. Gabrielle on Orleans Avenue. Gautro's in Uptown. It's been a while. Le Petit Grocery on Magazine. So damn good. We're so lucky. So many great restaurants in New Orleans. Got to get back to Bayona. It's been too long, probably about 6 months. Bayona on Dauphine, Susan Spicer's flagship. That shrimp and coriander sauce, the lamb loin entree. Wow. So damn good. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday. CBS News story report. Tipping reaches a tipping point. 72% of Americans think tipping is expected in more places now than 5 years ago. I think that's true. 2/3 have a negative view of tipping. 1 out of 3 feel it's out of control. I don't know if it's just having empathy and understanding of the service industry, restaurant workers, bartenders, music club people. Being in New Orleans where all of that is as big, as vibrant as it gets anywhere in the world. knowing people that work in the service industry. I don't know what it is, but I've always tipped minimum of 20%. And it doesn't matter if it's a to-go order. I tip 20% on a to-go order. And if I know the people, they're taking care of me, I tip even more. North of 20%, 20% minimum. It's kind of part of the experience. And those people take care of me, so I want to take care of them. I want them to know that I'm going to take care of them a little extra. And maybe when I need a table and a jam, or, hey, can you put that sauce on the side? And I know y'all don't like doing this, but can you do this? So I'm a 20% tipper minimum. If you're, honestly, if you're like worrying about $1 or $2 and you're going out and it's some $50, $100 meal and you're worried about $1 or $2 or $3, maybe you shouldn't be at the restaurant. I want a Porsche. I want a 911 Porsche. But honestly, the oil changes, the tune-ups, the tires, I can't afford them. So I don't have the 911 Porsche yet. When I go out to eat, I don't go all the time. But when I go out to eat, I might be like, I don't want to go to that restaurant. It's going to cost me X amount of dollars. And then I'm thinking about the tip, and it's going to be X amount. It's going to be $100, it'll be $80, $60, whatever. Don't want to spend that much. I don't go. But when I do go, I tip properly, and I'm not worried about $1 or $2 or $3. Means so much more to the person on the receiving end than it does probably you. And just what a terrible way to go through life, seriously. You know, I'd rather tip the extra $2 or $3 and at the end of the year go, wow, I tipped an extra $300, $400, $500 by giving those extra $2, $3 on every tip. Then the opposite. Wow, I just bought this $500 bicycle. I wouldn't have been able to get it, or I got it with the money that I held back on tipping, where I didn't tip a full 20%. I don't know. It's pretty simple for me. I think a lot of folks are tight and cheap, and that can be any amount of money. You can be middle class, rich, wealthy, and still be cheap and tight. I just think life's way too short for that, to worry about $1 or $2 or $3. Or if you need to worry about that, then don't go to that restaurant. You know, don't go out to eat. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. What do you think about this CBS News story? Tipping reaching a tipping point. Do you tip on to-go orders? Do you tip 20% or more? 766-9480. When would you not tip 20%? 766-9480. Let's head to the Rouse's Markets phone lines. The North Shore. Mike joins us in Covington. What you say, Mike?
Hey, Corey. I think I want to answer one of the questions, but I really think there's two answers to it. One about the chicken.
Yeah, the restaurant that's known for the roasted chicken and olive oil, garlic, rosemary.
Right. I think there's one in the quarter still, too, and I know the one across the river. I know the answer to that. That would be Mosca's.
I think Mosca's is the one that most folks recognize for that dish. What do they got, about 6-8 things on the total menu?
You know what? I've listened to Tom Fitzmaurice for years. I've never been to Mosca's, but I know they serve that chicken dish. I've heard about it so many times.
Yep. Chicken grande.
Two Jacks, the chicken bonfire.
Oh, nice. Good answer there. Nice, Mike.
Yeah, I used to work in the quarters. I worked at 2 restaurants. I was busboy, waiter, so I know a lot about tipping.
Yeah, I bet, man.
As far as tipping goes, though, I just don't like the way they do it nowadays, though. I mean, not as far as you tipping, but the way they put it all in one pot and divide it up.
No, I don't like that either. I want to take care of my waiter, my waitress. You know,
right, because then the person's slack and they get the same as you who's really hustling.
You're right.
Because I used to, even when I was a busboy, get my little side tips, and because I would hustle and do my work, and then now I got to share it with somebody who's not doing their job.
You're right. I hate that too.
Well, I do too. Like you, I always tip at least 20%, unless it's really, really bad. And then I can't do it.
Yeah, if the waiter is just aloof and unconscious, rude, a jerk, that waiter's not getting 20%.
But I think I got the right answer. Huh?
Yeah, you are correct, Mike.
Yeah, you're right. Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny?
Moscas is exactly what I was looking for. And Tujak, I wasn't even thinking about. That's a hell of a good answer, too. Nice add-on.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice stuff.
I never went there neither, but I used to listen to Tom Fitzmaurice for so many years.
Yeah, Tom hit all the places, man.
Yeah,
Mike, I'll tell you a joint in Covington you should go check out. Del Porto is excellent. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been there.
You got to go, and not just because Tom Fitzmaurice says go. And the Gallagher Steakhouse in Covington.
Yeah, I heard about them, yeah.
Never been? You've never been?
I'm not a real big steak person, though.
Well, they got seafood and other dishes, too.
Yeah, I know. I pass it all the time. It's one of them places like, it's like you say, like, even Moscow, you always say, I want to go there, and it just never seems to get around to it.
Yeah, no, I hear you, brother. I hear you.
Go to home and all, and you should be on my route with Tom Saver stores.
There you go. Hey, Mike, who's getting the $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate?
It's going to be for my wife.
Nice, man. There's a Mandeville location right across from Mandeville City Hall.
Yeah, I know. Yes, sir.
How many years?
40.
Wow. That's amazing, man. Good for you, Mike.
Thank you, Carl.
That's great. Hey, hang on, all right?
Buddy Curtis.
What's that?
I know your buddy Curtis. I used to do a lot of work for his wife and his mother.
Oh, wow. My old co-host from decades ago?
Yeah, I used to listen to y'all back then, too.
Yeah, when I was doing sports talk. Curtis is a great guy. Still a good friend of mine. Lives in Denver now.
Yeah, I know.
He went New Orleans, D.C., Denver.
I know.
Hey, Mike, hang on, all right?
All right, thank you, Corey.
Yeah, you're right. Don't go anywhere. Mike in Covington just picked up $50 big bucks to the Woodhouse. Restaurant known for roasted chicken and olive oil, garlic, rosemary, Moscas, and then even threw in Tujak's. Good work. I think the best version of that dish is Irene's in the quarter. You can't go wrong. If you go into Irene's, you get the crab meat au gratin appetizer, you get that chicken rosmarino, grand slam home run, and priced right. Irene's is like Brightson's. Priced right. Appetizers, entrees, desserts, salad, soup, whatever, all could be priced higher. No, moderately priced Irene's. I mean, like Brightson's, like a bargain for the high-end, high-quality, world-class cuisine you're getting. Like I said, the best crab meat au gratin anywhere. You will not be disappointed. And the best chicken in rosemary, garlic, and olive oil anywhere. You will not be disappointed at Irene's. So damn good. They've only been doing it for like 35 years now, Irene's. Speaking of New Orleans and institutions, how about Blue Plate Mayonnaise? Spread the love. Since 1927, if you're a New Orleanian, it's got to be Blue Plate. New Orleans Mayonnaise. A New Orleans family tradition, Blue Plate Mayonnaise. Yummy. I found this interesting, telling, sending a message, I think clearly. Tulane head football coach John Sumrall on his Twitter account posts some renderings from his old school, Troy, and their new indoor practice facility, which they're going to break ground on next month, January of 2025, in just a few weeks. Now, when John Sumrall took the gig, an indoor bubble was promised, as was a football operations center. The bubble's like 5 to 7 million. If they don't build a bubble, a more permanent facility, it could be like 20 or more. The football operations center is a $150 million facility. No plans, no sense of urgency. I mean, to retain John Sumrall, you need to do it. To hire the right coach to replace Sumrall one day, you need to have it. What are you waiting for, Tulane? What do you need to happen to get proactive again and start building these football facilities, the indoor facility and the football operations center. And the football operations center is a must because it's about Title IX as well, female sports. Tulane needs to add like 2 or 3 women's sports to be compliant. They want to move to a big-time conference, got to have Title IX under control. Want to move to a big-time conference, need an indoor football facility and a football operations center. Let's head to the phone lines, the Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. To Mid-City, Stephen joins us. What up, Stephen?
Hey, Corey. Not too much. Wanted to answer one of your questions.
All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I lost you there for a second. What'd you say, Stephen?
Which questions are still out there? The steak and butter? Is that still?
Yep. What restaurant's known for serving steak, sizzling, and butter?
Yes. I believe Ruth's Chris Steakhouse was the most famous of doing that on Tulane and Broad.
Anyone else, Stephen, you can think of?
Orleans and Broad. What am I talking about? Orleans and Broad. Sorry.
Yeah, the old spot. And any other places you can think of?
No, not off the top of my head.
How about right down the street?
Like Crescent City Steaks?
They, I think, were the real originator. But yeah, Ruth's Chris took it to another level, made it famous. You are correct, Stephen.
Yeah, you right. Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for Johnny?
The commercial with its sizzling and butter where you could hear it. Any airport would have that filet chunk sitting in sizzling butter on the little billboard in the airport. Yep. That was their catch, their gimmick.
Absolutely.
Used to be a fantastic steak, too. Not so bueno anymore. What's that, Stephen?
I said, yeah, they were great until they got sold off and all that. Yeah.
Yep. It became, it's owned by Darden now, the folks that own the Olive Garden. Need I say more?
No, you don't. No.
I mean, Ruth's Chris will soon be all-you-can-eat breadsticks.
Exactly. Yeah, it's sad.
It is. Now, what happened, like you said, they changed ownership, and then slowly but surely, like in one meeting is, we don't need Vidalia onions. We can get these onions out of Idaho. The next meetings, we don't need Creole tomatoes. We can get these tomatoes out of Georgia. The next meeting is, why do we use a butcher? We can get our steaks pre-cut at the facility out of Chicago. So all of a sudden, there are 20 things you've changed. And then that just downgrades the whole thing big time.
Oh, totally. Totally. It's not the same at all anymore. And every time I try to give it a try, it's disappointing.
No, it is. It sucks. I get the chicken when I go to Ruth's Chris. What's that tell you?
And I think you were telling me you went, well, not telling me, I remember listening to your show and you were saying, you don't even think they use Leidenheimer French bread anymore. That's terrible.
No, exactly. Stop using the Leidenheimer. I used to go get this chicken salad, mashed potatoes, and Leidenheimer to go from Ruth's. It was like a 4-course meal. I counted the Leidenheimer because I'd stick it in the oven, room temperature butter, fantastic. Now they give this loaf of bread that you could build a brick wall with, just heavy, nasty, terrible. Anyway.
I mean, yeah, between that and the old, the new Popeyes biscuits, you can have a hockey stick and a hockey puck.
No doubt. How terrible is that? That's sinful. The biscuits they used to make in the location 25, 30 years ago, some of the best biscuits you could ever eat. And now the opposite, just terrible. Hockey puck. Hey, Stephen, hang on, all right?
Yeah, thank you.
That's Stephen in Mid-City picking up 50 big bucks to the Woodhouse. Restaurant known for their steak, sizzling, and butter. Ruth's Chris. He's correct. Really came from Crescent City, right down the street. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. Restaurant known for char-grilled oysters. That's still out there. Restaurant known for barbecue shrimp. Pascal's Manali answered. Restaurant known for roasted chicken and olive oil, garlic, rosemary. Mosca's answered. Restaurant known for steak, sizzling, and butter. Ruth's Chris answered. Restaurant known for char-grilled oysters. Unanswered. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. Hey, Latrim, the global manufacturing giant, is hiring. A culture of innovation at Latrim. They invented the shrimp peeling machine like 75 years ago. Constantly updating the technology, making it better. The Latrim shrimp peeling machine, still the industry standard around the world. That led to the all-plastic modular conveyor belt, the industry standard around the world. It could be Ford or Volkswagen or Anheuser-Busch or Pepsi, whatever, whoever, wherever. If they need a conveyor belt system, it's going to be an interlock system from Latrim. They're hiring in Elmwood. You East Bankers, West Bankers, they got you covered under the UEP Long Bridge. North Shore folks, Latrim is hiring at their I-12 facility on the North Shore. For a full listing of positions available, go to Latrim.com. Latrim is spelled L-A-I-T-R-A-M, Latrim.com. Yeah, still got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate to give away. The restaurant known for char-grilled oysters. 766-9480. 766-9480. CBS News, tipping reaching a tipping point. 72% of Americans think tipping is expected in more places now than 5 years ago. I think that's true. 2 out of 3 have a negative view of tipping. 1 out of 3 feel it's out of control. I don't feel that at all. I don't know, maybe just growing up in New Orleans, restaurant, bar, music club city, lots of service industry folks that you know, love, having an understanding of how that industry works. I thought it was interesting that Tulane head football coach John Summerall on Twitter posts renderings of his old school, Troy, and their new indoor practice facility that they'll break ground on next month, January of 2025. Summerall came to Tulane with the understanding there would be an indoor practice facility and a $150 million football operations center. Right now, all that's in limbo. Just nothing definitive, no plans, no nothing. And I guarantee you, I know it. I don't guarantee you, I know it. John Summerall is not happy about that. Sort of promises broken, things that are supposed to happen not happening. First off, for Tulane to retain Summerall, you need to do it. For Tulane to hire a suitable replacement, if and when John Summerall leaves, you need those facilities. For Tulane to ultimately join a mega conference, you need those facilities. So I don't know what Tulane's doing. I think very, very telling when the head football coach posts his old school Troy and their renderings of an indoor practice facility. Like, hey, Tulane, remember this? Governor Jeff Landry, more proactive style of handling the homeless encampments in New Orleans, has been halted, his proactive style, by District Judge Ethel Julian. The state now must follow city codes when clearing or relocating the homeless. Is this good or bad? 766-9480. The city says they were getting it done and doing it in a more humane way. The state says the city was too slow, couldn't meet agreed upon timelines. Like before last week's Bayou Classic, before Thanksgiving, the homeless encampment under the Pontchartrain Expressway on Calliope wasn't cleared. And it was the city agreed to get it done before Thanksgiving, before the Bayou Classic weekend. They didn't get it done. So the state moved in. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday. Every day this program on radio, on television, on YouTube. The Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson right now live on YouTube. Click to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It doesn't cost a thing. Every day the program brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex in Kennebra on the car corner, Williams Boulevard and I-10. Right on the corner, right on the price. home of the big store, Lamarck Ford, for over 45 years, the #1 Lincoln dealership in the state. And across the parish on Jefferson Highway, Lamarck Crescent City Ford. You need a commercial truck, van, SUV? Lamarck Crescent City Ford in Elmwood. Every day, this program brought to you by the Lamarck Automotive Complex and Lamarck Crescent City Ford on Jefferson Highway. Uh-oh. What's happening, Miss Peaches? Dead air in radio is terrible. Why is there smoke coming out of the computer? Did you spill a vodka into that?
Just one.
All right. Okay.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Come experience the best smoothies in the metro area at Smoothie King. Jay and his father have been Smoothie King franchisees for decades on Jefferson Highway across from Oxford, on Airline Highway at LeBar by Causeway. Smoothie King.
Rouse's Markets means convenience. Every one of our 65 locations opens at 7 a.m., some at 6:30, and they're open until 10 p.m., with some staying open till 11 or even midnight. Convenience. Rouse's Markets. Tastes like home.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex, there's something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TFDashAC.com, your cool spot. Total maintenance keeps you cool.
New Tracy's on Magazine. There's no better restaurant in the entire city. Tracy's is inside of a 100-year-old building with literally dozens and dozens of flat screen TVs, including a 120-inch monster. Tracy's has everything you're looking for in a sports bar, including arguably the best roast beef po' boy in town. When it's time to check out your favorite teams, make it Tracy's on Magazine at Pleasant, in between Washington and Louisiana. Legendary Tracy's in the Garden District.
Want to stay somewhere special when visiting New Orleans? Look no further than the Grand Victorian. Located in the Garden District on the St. Charles Avenue streetcar line, the Grand Victorian is ideally placed for visiting the city's local attractions, fabulous restaurants, shops, and more. Make your stay in New Orleans something to remember. To find out more about the Grand Victorian or to book, go to gvbb.com. The Grand Victorian.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port NOLA has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here. delivering Louisiana's future. At the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
The French bread of the city of New Orleans. Good to the last crumb. Leidenheimer French bread.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
As New Orleans as the mighty Mississippi, Corey Johnson.
The old miss, the old man.
On 93.9 FM and 107.9 FM.
Big River, my home is over Jordan.
Wow. Hey, Lebanon's Cafe's open on 9:30 tonight. Great weather to dine outside at Lebanon's Cafe. They're open right now. 7 days a week. They open up at 11 a.m. and they go straight through till 9:30. There's no like lunch and then a break and reopen for dinner. 11 a.m. till 9:30 p.m., 7 days a week. Outdoor dining, indoor dining, to-go orders, lamb chop, shish kebab. Lebanon's Cafe, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn. Yummy. Big portions, fresh, authentic, priced right. Lebanon's Cafe. You won't be disappointed. Corey Johnson with you. Boy, gave away $4 $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates. Someone got the Mosca's question right, but then someone else said Irene's before, and I like that answer better. But Mosca's is known. I mean, they have like 6-8 dishes on the total menu. Irene's, anything you order on the menu is great. And I'm not knocking Mosca's, but the Mosca's chicken is like fast food compared to Irene's. Irene's is just as good as it gets with the new potatoes, the roasted chicken, the olive oil, the garlic, the rosemary. Phenomenal. And like I said, you get the crab meat au gratin appetizer to start. Just a fantastic meal because those are the best examples of those dishes anywhere. No one serves better crab meat au gratin, and no one serves better chicken and rosemary than Irene's in the Quarter. Yummy. I found it interesting, sending a message, Tulane head football coach John Sumrall on Twitter, posting renderings of his old school Troy and their football practice facility, new indoor practice facility, which they're breaking ground on next month, January of 2025. Now, I don't get Tulane sometimes. They're like the opposite of LSU. Tulane understands academics, top 50 academic school in America. They just don't understand Division I sports, athletics. Still to this day, all the success they've had with football and still kind of, hemming and hawing, not really dedicated, not a sense of urgency. Just going to make John Sumrall's departure easier for him and make it harder to get another coach. If you want to compete in Division I athletics, you have to build the indoor practice facility and you have to build the $150 million football operations center, which it's primarily for football, but there is a second use, and it's Title IX compliance. All the women's sports. And Tulane is not compliant right now. They need to add at least 2, if not 3, women's sports. So you get that facility built, you get your women's sports up to par, you have an indoor facility, a football operations center, Title IX compliant. You can make the next step to a mega conference. So I don't understand what Tulane's waiting for. Instead of being proactive and going to get the prize, hey, what can we get away with?
What can we not spend money on? What can we not have to build when it comes to athletics? LSU is the opposite. Athletics, green light. Brian Kelly said it best. Notre Dame, this might have taken forever. At LSU, an athletic building, they build it right away. The academic building might take a while at LSU. I mean, Brian Kelly basically said that. And it's so true. Hard to get academics in line with athletics. LSU athletics are as good as it gets anywhere in college. Facilities, coaches, players, teams, everything. Academics, an afterthought. No one's thinking about LSU and thinking about academics. Tulane, an academic powerhouse, known for its academics. Athletics, not so much. And athletics have done so much for academics at Tulane. It's mind-blowing. It's free marketing. No brainer. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday. Hey, are you beelining across the lake right now? Trey Yen in Mandeville, fire in a to-go order. Curbside delivery. They walk it right out to your car. You're a hero walking in the house on a Tuesday night with a big to-go box full of goodies from Trey Yen in Mandeville. Better yet, dine in at the foot of the causeway, you North Shore folks. South Shore folks, 25 minutes from Lakeside Shopping Center, Trey Yen in Mandeville.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com. Your cool spot.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
If it's a weekday afternoon in New Orleans, it's got to be Corey Johnson.
Moving like a gator down Bourbon Street.
The vibe of the Crescent City, Corey Johnson.
You put Paris in a swamp, and that's New Orleans in a nutshell, baby.
That skit was pretty funny on Saturday Night Live. Did you ever see that, Miss Peaches? It was funny. But the couple that went to New Orleans for like a weekend, they come back to New York and they're just talking like, they're from New Orleans. Just didn't influence them that much. I remember, go away to college freshman year, come back in town like in December for the Christmas holidays and bump into a bunch of friends. And this one kid, he goes to Ole Miss and he's speaking in a country accent now. He's like an uptown kid. And I'm like, what's up with the accent? He's like, man, I just hanging out with my Ole Miss buddies and the accent kind of rubbed off on me. Like, no, it didn't. You just picked up the country accent all on your own, and it didn't wreck 18 years of yatty New Orleans accent. That happened to my cousin. It didn't happen. They just did it. It didn't happen.
He moved to Birmingham, Alabama, and he started blessing people's hearts.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't happen. chose to talk like this. We're going to do the show for the rest of the hour of country music show. I got all kind of hits coming your way, Miss Peaches. Everybody can do it. Got influenced. What, Blue Boy? Utterly ridiculous. You're right on the money, buddy. They chose to do it. It didn't influence them. See you tomorrow. Wide Open Wednesday.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 6 p.m.